The sitemap in the footer helps for easier navigation because if you can imagine a user scrolling all the way down and if there's no menu to go anywhere else, then they might just exit the page entirely. But what I would want to see is just some links to product pages, right? Maybe out of nowhere they just all of a sudden thought about going to check out your rings real quick. So it's just a reminder if they saw a link down here. You have your social media platforms. That's great. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube. What about LinkedIn? LinkedIn is another good one that I would register with, which makes for easy backlinks back to your website. Speaking about backlinks, let's look at your authority score. I like to use Moz. There's plenty of companies that have their own scoring system, but Moz is one of the most popular ones. And your domain authority right now is a 5 out of 100. It seems really low, but typically getting 100 is extremely difficult. I don't even think Amazon's at 100. I think Amazon's at 85, just to give you a gauge of where you are. Let's take a look at one of your competitors. So we go into Google. Let's search, I don't know, for example, without really doing much research, let's say, for example, your customers are searching affordable everyday jewelry. And what populates at the first spot is businessinsider.com. That's more of like a magazine, so they're not really your direct competitor. But here on the second listing is mayjewelry.com. Let's take a look at their website and just compare a little bit. So here's Mayjewelry. Their domain authority is a 56. So that is a number to perhaps strive towards. I'm just going to close the little bar there. It's kind of in the way. And let's take a look at their homepage. So here you can see their CTA. They're offering curbside service, and you can also book a digital appointment. Hey, maybe that's an idea, right? Their menu's on the top left. It actually expands. Logos here in the middle. Call to action shop all. Oh, they also have a chat bot, which you also have, which is great. Instagram. Oh, here. So I was talking about this earlier. This is the social proof and the testimonials. If you can have something like this, that would be great. And they have a sitemap at the bottom. And they also have their social media platforms down here. So let's take a look at their product page just to compare. Let's go to earrings. And look at that. As it's loading, we can see the slug. It says earrings right there. But this is the category you can argue. And let's go to twin hoops. So twin hoops. I'm guessing hoops is the actual product's name. So hoops would be the keyword, and then twin is the style name. And as we can see here, hoops, this is the title. Hoops is mentioned hoops is tagged in the title. If there's a description, I see hoops again. And then there's material. So like I said earlier, you want to have your keyword or the actual products, not the style name, but rather the actual product what people would be searching for. In this case is hoops. And in your case with the ageless, it would be earring. Here, oh, this is cool. They have like a review section down here. So as users are commenting and they're writing earrings and hoops, this is just more information for Google to find out, what the page is about, and then also it can also factor in the reviews. So this is all good stuff that Google loves. Let's take a look at the back end of your website. So I use this paid tool. It's called SEMrush, and we'll take a look at some stats. Okay, so real quick, These are the keywords that you're currently ranking. And right now, your website is ranking for 3 words. So people are typing in your company's name into Google or Bing and any other search engines. And that in your website right now for the keyword Farrah Jewelers is positioned at around the 41st spot. That's being searched about 50 times per month on average. And the other 2 keywords that you're ranking for is Dream Jewelry as well as Moonshot Discount Code. Let's take a look at your traffic analytics. This here, keep in mind, this is just an estimation. If you want a more accurate number, I would definitely visit your Google Analytics account because that you have it tagged there, and they're able to get a way more accurate number than this tool, as it's just more along the lines of projections. So right now, it's telling me that for the month of May, you got 1,700 visits, and you had about 580 unique visitors. They're in one visit, they're visiting at about 2 pages per session, per visit. And what I would like to know, or when you do have time, go into your Google Analytics and see what pages they're visiting. Like, are they landing on the homepage? And after that, like, are they clicking on to an actual product page? And another question is, do they actually get to the checkout page? So these are things that you want to consider. And then after that, make adjustments from there, right? Because if you're finding out that they're just only on the homepage and then they're leaving after that, then that tells me that, maybe you need to have some more images of your product on your homepage, because clearly something is, they're just not engaged with your product and you want them to be engaged there. Or let's say that, they went from the homepage to a ring page, airing page, and then they just, left after that, right? Or they just went to the checkout page, but then they stopped, and you saw that happening often, right? Then you have to ask why. And the only way to know why is to test out. You can do like an A and B test. There's a few things you can do, and that's what I would suggest doing. Right now, it says that your average duration is 1 minute and 50 seconds. That's how long, on average, each visit is. And your bounce rate is at 66.67. That means that around 67% of your visitors are leaving after the first page. So, and here this line graph tells us that all of your traffic is coming from mobile as opposed to desktop. What else? Oh, traffic sources. Okay. So here it's telling me that all your traffic is coming direct. In other words, people are already familiar with your brand and they're just typing farrahsdream.com directly into the address bar instead of being searched. Right now, search is at a 0, or social, which is also at a 0. So these are things to consider. And like looking at this, now you know like what areas to focus on. I would go back to your Google Analytics and see where all your traffic is coming from. If they're mostly coming from social media, and you see that they're landing on all these pages, but you're not seeing anything from search, then maybe it makes more sense to put more effort into where it is working, right? Because why fix something if it's not broken is what I'm saying. Or perhaps you're seeing that their social is not really working that well for you and you want to focus more on search. If you want to do that, then I can definitely help you with like keyword research. We can get a blog going, so that way we can create content for and around your client. Like, for example, maybe they want to know what size ring they are, or like how to wear rings a certain way. These are topics, that long tail keywords that I could help you find. For example, also your competitor, what's their name? Medjuri. I could get their, oops, sorry about that. I can get all their keywords and try to find out, what keywords they're ranking for. and that way you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You're able to see what keywords they're using and what's working well for them, what's not working well for them, things like that. So we've come to the end of the video, and I hope that is very clear and things make sense. If you have any questions or if you want some further explanation, definitely let me know. Like I tried, there's so much to, unfortunately with SEO, there's so much to talk about, and it's really difficult to just, put everything all in one video. But as you saw, like I tried my best, and I recommend going back to the website, SEO Optimer, SE Optimer, and you can run a site audit report there. You can check out like what they recommend. I mainly already covered a lot of the higher level stuff, but there's a lot of technical things in there that you can go over yourself. So we've come to the end of the video, and I want to thank you again, and I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot. I'll see you at chat. All right, bye. Take care.